Picture this. It's 11:47 at night. You're lying in bed, and instead of drifting off to sleep, your brain is replaying every financial disaster that could strike tomorrow. What if the car breaks down? What if the washing machine suddenly dies? What if the dentist says you need a $250 procedure? For most people, those what ifs aren't minor inconveniences. They're crises. A $180 car repair could send your credit card balance soaring. A medical bill could mean scrambling to borrow from family. Even something as small as replacing a cracked phone screen could ruin your budget for weeks. And it's not just about the money. It's about the stress. It's about that pit in your stomach when you swipe your card and hope it doesn't get declined. It's about saying no to dinner with friends because $25 feels like too much right now. It's about walking into the grocery store and choosing food based on price, not preference. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Millions live this way every single day. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be this way, because there's one small, almost ridiculously simple rule, a $200 rule, that can save you from this cycle of stress and scarcity. So, what exactly is the $200 rule? It's simple. No matter what, you set aside $200 every single month. Or, if that feels too intimidating, every single paycheck. That's it, $200. Not thousands, not some unreachable number, just $200. But here's where it gets powerful. That $200 isn't just about the dollars sitting in an account. It's about the buffer it creates in your life. It's about the way your brain and your body respond when you know you have money waiting in the background. It's about transforming financial disasters into minor annoyances. Think about it. If you had $200 tucked away, that flat tire wouldn't ruin your week. That unexpected doctor visit wouldn't send you into panic mode. And over time, that $200 rule compounds. It becomes $2,400 in a year. In 5 years, $12,000. And if invested smartly, it grows into far more. The $200 rule isn't just about money. It's about peace of mind. It's about shifting from survival mode to growth mode. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how this one rule can be the difference between staying broke and building real wealth. Here's the fascinating part. Human psychology changes when you have even a small cushion. Studies show that financial insecurity raises cortisol levels, the stress hormone that affects everything from your sleep to your relationships. With no buffer, every expense feels like life or death. With a $200 buffer, suddenly the world feels less dangerous. This isn't theory, it's lived experience. Imagine two people. Person A has nothing saved. Person B has $200. When both get hit with a $150 emergency expense, Person A panics, borrows, or swipes a credit card. Person B calmly pays it and moves on. That calmness, that lack of desperation, affects everything. It changes how you negotiate, how you approach opportunities, how you think about the future. Now, let's talk numbers. $200 might sound small, but small numbers build momentum. Saving $200 a month equals $2,400 a year. In 5 years, $12,000. But what if you invest that $200? At a modest 8% annual return, $200 a month turns into about $36,000 in 10 years, $110,000 in 25 years, and nearly $300,000 in 25 years, 40 years, all from just $200. Here's another angle. Think about the average American's financial leaks. The average person spends about $3,000 a year on takeout, coffee, and impulse purchases. That's $250 a month. Redirecting just part of that, say $200, completely flips your financial trajectory. And then there's the psychology of options. With $200 set aside, you're not desperate. Desperation makes people accept bad deals, stay in toxic jobs, or take on predatory debt. With $200 as your baseline habit, you gain leverage, you negotiate better, you feel calmer, and you unlock opportunities that broke people can't afford to touch. So, how do you actually apply the $200 rule? Step 1. Find the $200. It might mean canceling unused subscriptions, cutting back on eating out, or automating transfers right after payday so you don't even feel it. For some, it's a side hustle that brings in an extra $50 a week. The important part isn't where it comes from, it's that it happens consistently. Step 2. Decide where it goes. At first, use it to build a mini emergency fund. Your goal is to cover those $100 to $500 shocks that normally wreck your budget. Once you've got a $1,000 cushion, redirect that $200 to either high-interest debt repayment or investments. Step 3. Automate it. The biggest mistake people make with savings is relying on willpower. Don't. Set up an automatic transfer for $200 the day your paycheck hits. Out of sight, out of mind. Step 4. Scale it over time. Once $200 becomes comfortable, you can push it to $250 or $300. But even if you never increase it, the $200 rule works because of consistency. Real life example. Imagine you start this rule today at 25 years old. By the time you're 35, you'll have $36,000 invested. By 45, that's over $110,000. By retirement age, it's life-changing. But here's the real secret. The $200 rule isn't about the money. It's about identity. Most people treat saving like a diet. They restrict for a while, then fall off the wagon. The people who build wealth, they don't think of saving as temporary. They think of themselves as savers. And that identity shift starts small. It starts with $200. Once you see yourself as the kind of person who always saves, you start spotting opportunities you never saw before. You cut waste without feeling deprived. You invest in yourself with confidence. You make long-term choices instead of short-term fixes. That's why the $200 rule could save you from being poor. Poverty isn't just about income. It's about mindset. It's about being stuck in reaction mode instead of creation mode. The $200 rule flips that switch. Imagine your future self 1 year from now. You've saved $2,400. Suddenly, small emergencies don't scare you. Fast forward 5 years. You've got $12,000 saved, maybe invested. That's a down payment on a car or the seed money for a business. Fast forward 20 years, and you're sitting on 6 figures of invested wealth. Not because you hit the lottery, not because you made 6 figures at your job, but because you committed to $200. And here's the best part. That future you sleeps better, negotiates better, walks into opportunities without desperation. That future you isn't panicked by small setbacks, because setbacks no longer define your life. That's the transformation, from panic to confidence, from broke to building wealth, from reactive to proactive. So here's the challenge. Try the $200 rule for just 3 months. Automate it, protect it, don't touch it, and watch how quickly your sense of security changes. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button and share this with someone who needs it. Because the truth is, $200 might not sound like much, but it can save you from being poor. And more importantly, it can set you on the path to being free.